Morning, Malaysia and the rest of the world. Slightly past 11:15 in the morning, but that's okay. We'll make up with that lost time with some added enthusiasm in this conversation. I'm Anil on the mic, welcoming you to another edition of Tracks Momentum's Face to Face. And today, face to face with me in the studios is a man who I thought really was Tom Cruise with his flying suit. The only thing missing from him is his Ray-Bans. But that's okay. Maybe when we step outside with my radio later, I'll take a picture with him. I have in the studios Captain Maritime Captain Mohamad Ikmal Ridzuan. He's the Subang Maritime Air Commander at the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency. And today he's going to talk to us about maritime air surveillance. Captain?
Yes.
Welcome to the studios.
Thank you.
Yes, Captain. Usually you're the captain in your base, but today the captain here is producer Anna.
Yeah.
I'm the co-pilot. We're going to take you along on a journey. How are you today, Captain?
Today fine. Very good conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very good weather conditions.
Yes, very good conditions.
You're speaking like a true maritime captain, huh?
Okay.
Okay, so Captain, first of all, thank you very much.
Yes.
Setting aside your time for being with us here. It's an absolute honor to have you. Perhaps you can just briefly tell us about yourself first, Captain.
Okay. Good mornings. My name is Mohamad Ikmal bin Ridzuan. So of course, with my rank in FMM, I am as Captain Maritime Mohamad Ikmal bin Ridzuan as a head of a Subang Maritime Air Stations.
Okay.
So I am 42 years old actually.
Wow.
Yeah, 42 years old. And then I have been served in MMEA from 2007 until now. So I join FMN 2007 and then in the Joint Air Unit start from 2009 until now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Must have been an incredible journey, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell us more about the organization that you represent, the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency.
Okay, briefly, Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, known as MMEA or Maritime Malaysia. So in Malay, they call APMM.
Okay.
APMM, not mistaken, is some agency is APM. So this is APMM. And there are more M than APM. So
Okay.
So it already established from 2005 until now. It's been this year will be 19 years of MMEA.
Okay.
And then actually this Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency is established start from 2005, February 2005. And then of course our anniversary is on 15 February 2005. So we will celebrate the anniversary on that day.
Right.
And then of course the establishment, this agency is start from 1999. That idea come from our Prime Minister on that time to do the studies. And then the Cabinet approved the establishment of MMEA start from August 2002. And then 2005, the Act of Malaysian Maritime Agency is come effect. So they officially did that the establishment of MMEA is 15 February 2005.
I see.
Yeah.
So 19 years running, yeah?
Yes, 19 years.
And I think MMEA really doing a great job because part of their function is to ensure, vessels, unauthorized vessels don't sail into Malaysian waters.
Yeah.
And you'll talk a little bit detail about that. Now, tell us about the various roles that MMEA plays.
So the rule of MMEA is to enforce law and ensure tranquility under any federal law in Malaysian Maritime Zone. So in addition, enforcement duties, the Maritime Malaysia also serve as a leading coordinator for maritime search and rescue in Malaysian Maritime Zone. So these include incidents that are related with maritime disaster resulting from incident or any emergency involving loss of life and property at sea.
Okay.
So it was nothing that before Maritime Malaysia take over, maritime search and rescue responsibility at sea were under Marine Department on that day. So but when the Maritime Malaysia is established, so the responsibility is now under MMEA.
And apart from, fending off illegal vessels,
Yeah.
Captain, some of the other things I think that MMEA does also is to carry out rescue missions as well,
Yes.
right? To go out there and save distressed vessels or people that have been, left astray in the open waters of the sea. So perhaps you can talk to us about some of the recent missions by MMEA in Malaysian waters.
Yeah, of course. In MMEA for the last year, we have several cases that we conduct, like contraband, like illegal immigrants, and then on top of that, I would like to say because I'm from air unit,
Air unit.
so I will talk more about the air units. So one of the significant case that I like to share is I think back on 2022 or 2023, there is 6 angler that stuck
Okay.
at the rock nearby Pulau Wangsa.
Is that
is the
South China Sea or the Straits of
the
Malacca?
Malacca, Strait of Malacca. Strait of
right.
Malacca. Actually, is near and the land is Skinchan area.
Ah,
Skinchan area.
okay.
So the rock is actually that area actually is our training area. Our training area.
Okay.
But on that day, the angler come to the rock to, of course, they are fishing there.
Okay.
So they are coming early in the morning after subuh prayer, I think.
Okay.
They come there. So normally the weather or the weather condition we cannot predict.
Yes.
Although we have a forecast, but when it happen, it will happen. So on that day, they are not lucky. Weather become worse.
Okay.
So they cannot, the boat that bring them to the rock cannot pick up them back.
Oh, wow.
Then the water tide is high, and then the wave is the wave becomes strong.
Stronger.
Yeah, strong. So they are just holding their hand at the rock.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like that. But them lucky because at the morning we have one sortie training
Okay.
at that area.
Okay.
One of the crew saw one of the angler waving at us
I see.
at the helicopter.
Huh.
They don't know what helicopter, but they are just wave. Just hope that someone that see.
Yeah,
them
someone
there.
is distressed at
Yes.
sea.
And then when we are come near the rock, then we see they are stuck there, just holding their hand at the rock.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the angler's lucky.
Yes.
Lucky and unlucky. And
Yeah. First is unlucky,
Yeah,
then
a
become
lucky
lucky.
day, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that is sortie training. So it become a real operation to rescue them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they got real hands-on
Yeah.
on the job training on that very day.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
And this is something that I can relate to because just 2 weeks ago I was in Langkawi
Yeah.
and I covered the Royal Langkawi International Regatta.
Yeah.
And we were out in the open seas. And we were at the waters that wasn't really too deep far off in the
Okay.
ocean, just around the coastal areas, around the harbor courses.
Yeah.
And even there, the waters were really rough.
Yeah.
And I can imagine what would happen to an inexperienced, sailor or someone who doesn't know how to survive at sea. Oh my goodness, a very dangerous place to be, really.
Yeah.
Captain.
But you know the anglers sometimes they're too engrossed.
Too engrossed
Yeah,
with
too
it.
engrossed.
They're too
they're
adventurous.
too patient to that. Yeah. Because the rock size is around this
Oh wow,
point. Yeah.
it's a huge rock.
Yeah, huge rock.
Wow.
But because of the water tide become high, the rock become smaller.
Smaller.
Yes,
So
and
they don't really have some rough surface for them
Yeah.
to claw and hold on to.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Great.
Yeah.
I'm today speaking to Captain Maritime Captain Mohamad Ikmal Ridzuan. He's the Subang Maritime Air Commander for the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, and he's speaking to us about MMEA and also candidly sharing some of his adventures when it comes to rescue missions. We'll jump in for a quick break, and when we come back, we shall resume with today's edition of Face to Face. Keep it right here. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Face to Face on Trax Momentum. Today I'm speaking to a man who's at the helm of an organization that keeps Malaysians' waters safe. He fends off smugglers, he saves estranged people over at the open seas, and I just found out that he's also a licensed helicopter pilot. Maybe we can talk about his helicopter adventures later in the conversation. He's none other than Maritime Captain Mohamad Ikmal Ridzuan, the Subang Maritime Air Commander at the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency. Captain, welcome back to Face to Face.
Yeah.
Okay, now, Captain, we know that MMEA has recorded many achievements over the last 19 years. I'm sure that's a long time. And primarily, it's all in law enforcement and within another country's waters. So, could you highlight some of these successes with our listeners?
Yeah, of course. If you backtrack from 2005, we actually we have few cases that we already the cases will be I think we can control them. So, example, of course, we are more towards the search and rescues, and then go to the criminal likes contrabands, and then the smuggler, and then the immigrants. So on our record for 2023, so the control item smuggling, we have handled 52 cases, and then the cigarette and alcoholics beverages smuggling, 20 cases, immigrant smuggling, 240 cases, incursion by foreign fishermen, fishwood will be 80 cases, and then drug smuggling is 9 cases. So on top of that, it illustrates that MMEA is always prepared for the various aspects, including the presence of our asset at the sea all the time. And then we also add the air unit to do a surveillance at sea to make sure that we are covering our area.
Our area.
Yes. We are protect our area.
Just a curious question, very briefly, Captain. What's the difference between MMEA and also the Maritime Police Marine?
Okay, Police Marine. Actually, for MMEA, we are the law enforcement. We are enforce the law, the federal, all the federal law, like custom law, fishery.
Okay.
So we and then the Marine Department, the Police Marine actually is by now they do their job. They have their parts on to protect our waters.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the clarity. Now, you spoke about all these achievements, Captain.
Yeah.
So, how do these achievements that have been achieved by MMEA contribute towards the safety of Malaysian waters?
So, for the safety of Malaysian waters, we also do a awareness program, like life jacket to our fishermen, our fish community, fishing community. And then also the PLB is a personal locator beacon that we enforce. We not enforce, but we give the awareness to the fishing community to have the PLB actually.
Maaf, Captain. PLB.
This is a personal locator beacon actually.
Tell us about that.
The personal locator beacon actually is this. It's not the size is.
It's a device.
There is the device.
Okay.
That can detect us in case we have a distress at sea. Yeah. So we just activate the beacon so that MA is directly we can detect.
So it's like a stress alarm device.
Yeah, the stress alarm device.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. And you are giving that? I mean, MMEA is giving that to...
Yeah, we are not giving that. We have give the awareness to
have that.
To have that.
In their vessels, in their boats and so
Yeah.
on. Okay. Now let's talk about MMEA celebrating its 19th anniversary.
Yeah.
You mentioned about that. Tell us more about this year's celebration, the theme and so on.
So for 19th celebration, actually, we are celebrate at our academy. It's at Kuantan.
Okay.
It's AMSAS. We call it AMSAS actually. The Maritime Academy at AMSAS.
Okay, you have an academy in Kuantan.
Yes, in Kuantan.
Yes.
In Kuantan. So this year we are celebrating at AMSAS,
Okay.
in Kuantan. But you see, past back on 2002, we also celebrating our anniversary at South China Sea actually.
Okay.
On board of our ship. And then I think last year we are celebrating at Sandakan together with our exercise. So we are trying to introduce also, not introduce, we are trying to give more awareness, and then to give to explain to others that our available.
Okay. To show you, basically, you want to propagate your relevance and how important MMEA is. Of course, because most of the people are all living within urban areas. You know, you only have fishermen, people living in coastal areas, and maybe they might have a better awareness of you. But people like us and producer Chenthai, we're living here in urban areas in the capital city. It's only until we get a chance to interview great men like you that we know about such things. Because otherwise we don't know the adventure that's happening in the Straits of Malacca or the South China Sea, which is much more harder to sort of sail and monitor, the Straits of Malacca or the South China Sea, Captain?
More to South China Sea,
South China Sea.
Because it's actually they're called open waters.
And you're bordering so many other countries, Thailand, Vietnam, and all that, right? Okay. And you mentioned of where the celebrations will be. Is it open to public?
They actually is celebrate internally. Internally, but for others, for this year, we are also conduct some program like I think we are celebrating at we have do a carnival. The carnival is Maritime Perkasa Carnival at Kuala Terengganu for this year. So that is open to the public. And assuming someone is listening out there and they're a young guy who's just out of college is interested to be part of MMEA, will there be a booth for them to, join in the forces as well? The booth is there. We are open the booth at the Kuala Terengganu.
That's what we want to hear.
And then they also can know more detail about the MMEA at their booth there.
Right. Okay, because it's a very adventurous job, and a lot of people out there, and I think also you. Some of the things that drive you to do the things that you're doing is also the pursuit of adventure as well, right? To go out there, fly in the helicopter over the ocean, save people, fend off the criminals from encroaching into Malaysian waters as well, Okay, I'm today now speaking to Maritime Captain Mohamad Ikmal Ridzuan. He's the Subang Maritime Air Commander at the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency. We're speaking about the 19 years running of the agency and some of the greatest adventures and achievements that the agency has achieved. We're going to jump in for a quick break, and then when we come back, we shall resume with Face to Face on TRAXX Momentum. But by the way, here's a song that's requested by Captain himself, Crawling in the Dark by Hoobastank. Welcome back. We're live on air again on today's edition of Face to Face with me, Anil, on the mic. With us today in the studios, we have Maritime Captain Mohamad Ikmal Ridzuan. He's the Subang Maritime Air Commander at the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, and today's topic is maritime air surveillance. Captain, welcome back to Face to Face.
Yeah, I know.
Now, Captain, you mentioned about the celebration that's going to be held in your academy in Kuantan. Just highlight some of the activities that are being planned for this celebration, Captain.
So the celebration will be held at Maritime Academy. It's known as Sultan Ahmad Shah Maritime Academy in Kuantan, Pahang.
Okay.
So, of course, we are uniform agencies. Of course, the celebration will be the parade ceremony.
Yes.
So this parade ceremony, which will take by our Minister of Home Affairs.
Okay.
And then, of course, we have a presentation of awards and trophies for our members or our staff to appreciate what they have done for past few years. And then, of course, we have a Quranic recitation, a Nasheed program, and Yasin reading program, and prayer for well-being.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
These various others interesting program also will be there. The involvement of air unit, I think it will be there. So.
Okay. So that's going to be a great celebration this time around.
Yeah.
19 years running, and then next year will be your 20th year. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So great times. And where can our public get some additional information on MMEA if they want to?
So for MMEA nowadays, it's around our fingers.
Okay.
So
yes,
we can know.
palms.
We can know. Of course. Media social, Facebook, we have Facebook, and then we also have a TikTok, we have Twitter, and then also we have Instagram.
Yeah.
So they can find out, just type MMEA, Malaysian Maritime, or APMM, or Maritim Malaysia.
Yeah.
They can find all the information for MMEA.
MMEA.
Yeah.
You know what is great about these anniversary celebrations, Captain? You know, whether it's in the Army or the Navy, Air Force, Police, especially men in uniform law enforcement, it's only during the anniversary where you get to see everything that they do in one event.
Yes.
Whether it's their surveillance unit, whether it's, all of the antiques, their physicalities, the stunts, the flying, everything gets displayed on that day. And that's where sometimes a young kid who could be sitting somewhere at home, he watches television and he says, wow, I want to do that.
Yes.
When I grow up, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
It ignites that adventure in him. What is your message to the young boys and girls out there who want to be part of MMEA, Captain?
During my time at school,
okay,
of course, when the teacher asks what you're going to be in the future, so the normal the normal answer will be, want to be the teacher.
Okay.
Want to be a military. Want to join police. That is, I think,
that's a typical choice.
Yeah, typical choice.
Yes.
But now I think I want the small kid at another option. They want to be a
Coast Guard.
They want to be a Malaysia Coast Guard. Yeah. That is my hope, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because we only see how Coast Guards are celebrated in American movies when they wear that orange overalls and then they guard American waters. But our Coast Guards as well are doing a great job.
Yeah.
And you just told me the helicopter can fly as low as it wants to.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Wow. You got to promise me, sir, before I let you out of the studio, you got to promise me you're going to take me on a helicopter ride soon.
Yes, can.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Anything else that you wish to add, Captain, before we let you go for today?
So, just to announce that for everybody, I want to raise out our celebration for this Carnival Maritim Perkasa that will be held on 29 February until 2nd March.
Okay.
At the Kuala Terengganu drawbridge, actually.
So it's called Carnival Maritime.
Yes, Carnival Maritime.
Perkasa. Okay, all right. Carnival Maritime.
The various and interesting program already be planned to be held at that carnival.
Okay.
The also involvement of A unit also there on our special team also will be doing
A special demonstration as well.
Yeah,
A
special
demo.
demonstration there.
Okay. So don't miss it. Carnival Maritime Prakasa, that's going to be happening to celebrate MMEA's 19th anniversary. Captain, thank you so much for being with us today here on Face to Face on Tracks Momentum. It was an absolute pleasure. You took producer Chenta, I'm sure you took our listeners as well on an adventure around all of the coastal waters of Peninsular Malaysia and also the South China Sea.
Yeah.
We look forward to having you again in the studios. You have a good day, Captain.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.